The sun shone and everywhere looked splendid.
I love the smell of the seaside during the morning.
Me too. At least it gets feeling of the sea breeze right into your lungs.
Apart from the fact that there's seagull poop on your dome?
Huh? Ew, that's disgusting. And I just had that washed.
Boy, and I thought my early work in Photoshop was terrible.
But Lady Hat was feeling hot and tired. She took her troubles out on Annie and Clarabelle. Those coaches are old and uncomfortable. Why don't you use them as beach huts instead? Thomas was most upset.
Of course not, Thomas. But I have to admit, they could be smartened up.
Yeah, you could be right, Sam. Kind of like of how me and Cheyenne finally started our relationship several months ago. Of course!
Awesome. How's that coming?
Well, Sam, to tell you the truth, it's actually...
Going pretty well. We usually talk online on Facebook and Skype every once in a while. We both like to help out on the poor, and we even took up to the time on which Pokemon we got. So Pokemon exist on the Sodor Railway now? Yeah. Turns out we don't really need most of the characters to show up, unlike other shows and movies similar to this. Hint, hint, hint! All they needed was the marketing for it. Okay, I don't get what you're saying. Now look, what I'm trying to say is that
both me and Cheyenne are keeping up with one another while at the same time trying to not cause any trouble, unlike Gumball and Darwin did in The Amazing World of Gumball.
Wow, that's pretty adequate.
In other words, you two don't get it, right?
Well, we do, but there can sometimes be weird at the same time.
Now look, I know you two don't get it, but what I mean is that
we both have a bond that apparently no one can pull apart, well, except for one person. But I digress. So the bottom line...
even though Cheyenne and I are totally in a relationship, there's literally nothing on this earth that can destroy it. It's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet feel to it, but replace Juliet with Cinderella. And that's basically...
our relationship.
In a nutshell. Please don't let our love turn out into a tragedy like it was for Juliet. Take me away into your arms. It's all I ask for you.
I take a night to go my father and another. Couple dream of one another. I think it's time for the girls to go to bed.
Enchanted caramel that carries sweet illusions. My crossing legs that brings up sexual confusion. How far the will I let you go on a sinful night? Screams of pain to take it easy. Won't you bite me gently? Don't you dare forget that I'm not ringing quite yet. It's because of my mom that I've been acting sweetly and nice to you. All the things that I don't know, how they enchant me so, but isn't that normal, or at least how it should go? Show me all your feelings and I'll let you in my heart. If only you knew this from the start.
I feel so in love, it's just like Cinderella. I would chase after you when I get good. And the God is just going to hope for one evil thing. We're gonna go bad now.
I have to escape just like Juliet did, but please don't call me by the name. We aren't the same, it's not okay. Please, I just want you to stay, because without you here, was there for me to do? So if she cried, I would always be right here by her side.
I try so hard to live down the road of my age. I run the fears to conceal the fact I'm in the rage. I promise you, I'll be a good girl from now on.
There's no one here to stop me from the things that I do. I want to love, so why don't you come please me, you fool? How farther will we be able to cross the line? Now I know that this is true, I fell in love with you. The pain is killing me as I am screaming my pleas. I think you know by now that my father doesn't seem to like you much. I can see your hands reach out as I begin to pout, and now I see it clear, you really love me, my dear. Take me far away so we can make love, Romeo. Won't you fulfill my fantasies? I'm sure that Cinderella was lying herself. It's not an accident, she left her shoe on purpose. I understand that she and I are the same. Oh, I just want to be loved, so no more playing games. So I'll look for her and then I'll soon buy what I'll see. Why don't you just take a look and see what I have hidden in the corners of my heart? Can you see that it's filled with all of my dirty thoughts and all my needs and my wants? I want you to fill me up until I burst out forth and give it to my desires. I'm drawn into ecstasy, oh how I feel so free. Please tell me what it could be. If I lose you, I wouldn't know what to do.
My happiness needs to be stored in a box. I need to find the key so I can open the lock. I am painted and pain, but I won't remain. Because of you, it can't be well.
My mom and my father don't care about me. They aren't different yet, they are the same as can be. I'll stop my lies and I'll be true to myself. I'll just stick to the facts and drop my golden axe. So if I keep lying too much like Cinderella, I know I'll meet the fate that she alone has to face. She's really scared and have no clue what to do, but I hope she won't end up just like her too. So before that happens, I will come and rescue her. So,
Yeah,
got what
that's
we're saying?
Thomas and I think so. Ish.
It's perfectly fine. Ish.
You just got a little bit confused on what I was...
Talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't worry, Thomas. I'm sure the people at the yard will make sure to fix them up. Hey guys, look! There's Cheyenne and Tailstall out on the station platform. Hey Cheyenne, how's my wonderful girlfriend today?
Pretty good, Ben. Just did a few body squats after I got out of the bed, had leftover sushi from dinner last night, and I even catched on the latest episode of Gravity Falls. Boy, you can say that again, Shy.
Wow, I gotta say, Tailsaw, you really love to pop out of nowhere, don't ya?
Well, I'm trying to make sense to my character. Okay, say, how about you help Sam with the Fat Controller and his grandchildren while Ben and I get Harold up and running? Sure thing. Huh. Need a little help, Sam?
Why, yes, Tailstall. That would be lovely.
So, Cheyenne, I guess we've got some catching up to do since you came along with David and John when Stepney visited us last year. I wonder what you've been up to after quite a while.
Oh, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just helping my family more, got the major upgrades on my iPhone, started on a Ruby Hard collection that makes Princess Tutu more so, caught up on my Pokemon games and collecting more, and thanks to the brilliant wonders of Jurassic World, I created the Indominus Rex that is much more tamer than the one in the movie.
You just went and made a tamer version of the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World?
Yeah, it's a kind of what I do as a hobby. Just gotten taken care for and just consulted with you on it.
You sure you want to consult here or in my studio apartment back at Knapford?
That's not quite funny.
Little funny.
And I can see why you and Sam have been working hard with the other engines.
Yep, and I think you know why.
Well, I guess the Fat Controller thinks that you are able to control them.
You see, it's all about control with him. I don't control them, nor does Sam. It's not about control here. It's a relationship. It's based on mutual respect. That's why you and I almost had a second date.
I guess you do have a point.
But that does make me wonder who prints out coloring book juggling balls for a night out.
I'm not sure. Not a lot of people do that nowadays.
Or maybe what kind of a diet I have to give to people back at my previous job as a food and nutrition assistant at a local hospital.
All of them, actually. But one question I've been wondering is, why would you show up to a date while wearing swimming trunks?
Well, it gets pretty hot during the summertime, and the dress pants I have been given makes my legs sweat.
Okay. Do you suppose we can focus on the asset?
The asset? Look, I get it. You're in charge around here, you gotta make a lot of tough decisions and understand for the fact that most people think these engines are just numbers on a spreadsheet. But they're not. They're alive.
I'm fully aware that they're alive.
The Fat Controller might have made them by scratch, but it's actually this railway. These engines are thinking, I gotta work. I gotta rely on myself. But still, you gotta be able to relate to at least one of those things, right?
I believe so, but still, I'm sure we won't disappoint the Fat Controller during his holiday. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, famous last words.
They were just about to board Harold when it happened.
Alright, just gotta get you guys on board and we'll be all set.
Guys?
What's wrong?
Why is that plane that is flying so low coming towards us?
Get down, quick!
Shut down!
What? Where's that? Gasped the Fat Controller.
Yeah, the plane nearly killed us!
Oh, that's Tiger Moth, Cheyenne.
Wait, you two know about it?
Yeah, it's rude and flies much too low. That's all it could ever do.
Sure can see.
Yes, sir. Come along, Harold. We've got a tiger moth to find.
A few days later,
Bad news, sir. It's Tiger Moth. He's nowhere to be found.
He's gone missing and he's nowhere around the island that's more visible.
We were wondering if you would like to join us on the search. We need all the extra help we can get.
I think I'd better.
Anything yet?
No.
Not yet. Wait, guys! There's something I found! What is it? I just found a plane that looks like Tiger Moth buried in a pile of straw!
Wait, that is Tiger Moth. And it looks like the pilot is stranded.
Harold, bring it down a little so we can check for any damages.
You were showing off and flying dangerously. I will speak to your controller and request that you are grounded. Yes, sir, replied the pilot.
Well, we're glad you're okay, but you almost killed us!
Yeah, that nearly popped my head off my body. And mine!
Mine too.
Good! Now if you'll excuse us, we must return to the Fat Controller's holiday.
Jolly good idea, sir.
I wonder what you guys have arranged.
Oh, don't worry, you shall see.
They arrived at a small river inlet.
Wow, what a beautiful boat. So well made, and even sounds beautiful.
It's my special treat.
Well, at least we will be treated to the wonderful sounds of the river, despite the fact that 99% of them contain nothing but life-threatening bugs.
When did you hear about that?
I read a biology book by Jeremy Irons.
same guy who was in Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, that's the one.
The Fat Controller took the helm with his wife beside him. It's sure nice to be away from the railway for once, he said to her. And far cleaner, she replied. But life on the river is very different from that on the rails.
The nice smell of the wonder of the river sure is romantic.
Indeed, but still, with everything going fine, what could possibly go wrong?
The family were enjoying themselves so much that they forgot to watch where they were going.
Wait, why have we stopped?
Yeah, everything was just fine. Why haven't we got to the good part?
We're stuck! And they were.
Well, I sure hope nothing else can go wrong, right?
Was that an explosion? Did Michael Bay take over for 1 second of filming?
Actually, no. The engine blew up and that's it.
Well, what are we gonna do now?
Ding! Wait, we passed by Percy taking on water not too long ago. Why don't me and Ben go to see if he can help us?
Good idea!
I'm totally up for that, but I don't know how you'll fare up in swamp water for more than 2 seconds.
Head to the go-go, baby!
What is that supposed to mean?
It means I'm ready to go.
Alright, let's get going. And don't worry, just relax. Just like walking through the lazy river at a water park. Minus the BO. You see, we told you we would be back with Percy.
Is there anything we need that can help?
Yes, indeed there is, replied the Fat Controller.
Maybe they brought a mechanical shark with them. Or maybe they could try to use a towing truck to get us out. Or
A few moments later.
maybe just use the breakdown train to lift us out and enjoy our boat trip while Percy, Ben, and Cheyenne are pushing us along.
This is the life, isn't it, dear?
I gotta say, Shy, you and Ben have some really awesome ideas for this. True, but I still look pretty nice.
Yeah, I'd like to see Donald Trump and his poor ego try to do something like this.
Soon they arrived at a small station. There was Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle, who were looking as smart as their new paint inside and out.
Wow!
Oh my gosh. They look...
Incredible?
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
They look as good as they were several years ago.
My! Exclaimed Lady Hatt. What splendid coaches, so much more suitable than those old beach huts on wheels.
What is she talking about?
Oh, trust me, we will tell you later.
But that evening, Annie and Clarabelle spoke to Thomas. It's very nice to get compliments, but no matter what we look like, we'll always be useful.
Oh, of course. We love you too, no matter what becomes of you.
And I think that's the most important lesson that we've learned.
Absolutely. Especially from the people that you love.
You're right, Tailstall. I'm not gonna let my romantic relationship with Cheyenne stop me from being one of the many things that can happen to me the most. So, I guess there's only one thing we can do, Cheyenne.
What's that?
Let's go out mini golfing while ripping apart the new Adam Sandler movie while trying out the new Jurassic Smash Blizzard at Dairy Queen for our second date, Cheyenne.
You had me at Dairy Queen, and you had me at Smash. Let's settle it in Smash. Sorry, couldn't resist, Ben. I'm sorry.
Man, Ben and Cheyenne really have their relationship going.
Of course, their friend replied.
The following episode of Thomas's Adventures with SamTheThomasFan1 and Ackleyattack4427 is brought to you in part by Taco Bell, think outside the bun, and 7-Eleven, it's a store, and more.
Hey guys, this is SamTheThomasFan1 here. Thank you for watching this latest episode of Thomas's Adventures with SamTheThomasFan1 Ackleyattack4427. There was a lot of time to put into this episode and we're glad of how it turned out. Thanks for watching and thanks for making this possible. If you want to see the previous episode of this show on Stephanie Gets Lost, click the video on the left.
Oh please, who hasn't taken a dangerous trip to a place they never heard of or have seen before in the middle of the night without asking anybody's permission? Speaking hypothetically.
If you want to see Alfred G. Tank from Thomas Reviews and a friend of his react to the trailer for Thomas and Friends The Great Race, click the video in the middle. Oh my gosh, we're not even a minute in and it's beautiful! It's beautiful! And if you want to see a video on my main channel, click the video on the right that will take you to the first episode of Thomas and Friends Minis. And as you can see, he's decorated to look like a robot. And you can see all the gears. Speaking of that, if you want to see our own content that Ben and I create, feel free to click on the two icons that will take you to our main channels. If you have any constructive criticisms or any advice on how we can improve our videos in the near future, then feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos on this channel coming up in the near future, then feel free to click on that subscribe button. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next episode. Until then, take care.